Good morning and good evening. Aloha, we say from Hawaii. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz. I'm joining you from the World Tourism Network in Honolulu. And with us is the Itobo News Network and Mr. Joseph Kafunda. Joseph is in Namibia. And as you know, Namibia is in the southern part of Africa. Actually, he told me he's right now in Botswana, what is a neighboring country from Namibia. And but he is from Namibia, and he's also a member of the World Tourism Network. And today he will become the first hero we recognize from the World Tourism Network. Congratulations, Joseph. How are you?
Good evening, Jürgen. Thank you very, very much. And my name is Joseph, like Jürgen said, Kafunda. I'm the chairperson of the Emerging Tourism Enterprise Association here in Namibia. And I'm so honored and humbled to be part and parcel of being nominated as a tourism hero. And we are making history for Namibia today.
No, and we certainly do from our little end. For those that are not familiar with the Heroes Award, you can actually go to heroes.travel and you can see who was awarded. We call it the Hall of International Tourism Heroes. And it's a special recognition. We don't charge for it, so there's no cost. You can nominate anyone you want. You can even nominate yourself, but you need someone else to nominate you as well. And then we can have a committee. We consider your nomination. And then maybe we can have a conversation like we have with Joseph right at this time and recognize you into the small club. So we really want to keep it special. And right now, I think we have 21 heroes around the world. So you're really entering an exclusive club of people who've done something special during this Corona crisis. And since you're the first one in Namibia, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing in Namibia and maybe about Namibia itself.
Okay, I'm a tour operator and tour facilitator here in Namibia. And I do accommodate also clients from different backgrounds, show them around Namibia, explore with them Namibia. And Namibia, it's a little, it's one of the most tiny little country in the southern hemisphere, just between Angola in the north, and then on the east we have Botswana, and then in the south we have South Africa. It's a country of vast, different diversity, landscapes, very beautiful landscapes that you can be able to find. We have one of the oldest deserts in the world, which is the Namib Desert, that run along the coastal line. And we have the central plateaus, which is very good for the population of cheetahs. We have one of the largest cheetah population in the world. And then we have riverines, we have waterfalls, we have the Himba tribes, which is one of the last nomadic tribes to live in Namibia. So all these kind of services, we provide them through either the Emerging Tourism Enterprise Association. We have members from all the different aspect of business, because we value that tourism, it's a value chain business, and it doesn't only involve one person, but it's involved everybody. Even the sweet sellers on the streets, they belong to the tourism industry. So how can we be able to revive the tourism industry during COVID-19? We have been resilient. We have tried to fight for inclusivity so that everybody must feel the same and be included and to be part and parcel of the tourism. That is what we've been doing so far.
And Joseph, you're absolutely right. The tourism industry is an industry that involves so many people. Many times when someone thinks about the tourism industry, you only think about the hotel worker or you think about an airline pilot, but there's so much more. We can see it in tourism-dependent countries and regions like in the Caribbean, for instance, here in Hawaii. This entire economy is based on tourism. And Namibia, I know tourism is an important aspect. Namibia is a very sophisticated place in the southern part of Africa with good facilities. And as you said, it's beautiful. I've told you I've only been to Namibia once, so maybe I'm the wrong person to judge. But from what I see in the pictures, from what is offered in Namibia, it's just absolutely stunning. And it's definitely a place anyone who comes to Africa should consider. It's also easy, fairly easy to get to Namibia because it's well connected, isn't it, with international airlines?
Very much. To get to Namibia, we have Ethiopian Airlines as our key partners, key strategic partners, which you can be able to fly in any way in the world. And then we have the direct flight from Germany, which bring you up down here. And it's really an amazing place. It's in a country which is about 823,000 square kilometers within a little population of 2.4 million. So we have been one of the safest countries when it comes to space. And as we all understand during this pandemic, one need to be resilient in order to build the businesses or to keep the momentum of people continuing with business. That is why we have been also involved with promotion of local tourism. We created a local Isleka tourism page, of which we have about 27,000 members, just to promote and make sure that the business during this pandemic stay above the water. We have had so many businesses here in Namibia closing down because we didn't understand what is tourism. But now with the pandemic, we have understood the tourism, and I can see that a lot of people are assisting tour operators and tour facilitators and tour guides. And that is our humble request for everybody, is to remember the tour operators, tour activities, and the tour guides as well in the tourism revival.
Yeah, and absolutely. We at World Tourism Network, we have reached out to tour guides all over the world. And actually we have an event coming up for World Tourism Day, what includes tour guides from everywhere. And tour guides are very important. They're probably even more important in a country like Namibia, where you really don't experience a country with the same you would with a tour guide, because you need a little bit guidance. You go to a place you've not been before, and you don't just want to get in a rental car like you do in the US and drive around, because you wouldn't know where to go. And it may not be safe, because you need to, there are areas you should avoid, there are areas you should see, and tour guides can help with this. This starts already with the travel agents. I know there is, the internet has opened up opportunities in a lot of ways to book your travel online, but it's always helpful to have someone you can physically talk to, or talk to on Zoom, or talk to on the phone, who has been to a destination you want to travel. And that's where travel agents come in. And so it's a value chain we shouldn't overlook, and hopefully it'll stay. And rightfully, domestic tourism has helped a lot of economies tremendously in going through this crisis. Well, where's Namibia standing right now when it comes to COVID? You said you had 2.4 million people, I think, in a fairly big country. So social distancing is probably not such a big issue in Namibia. And so it sounds like a very safe place to travel even during COVID. But is there international travel? Are the borders open? Is it coming back? Are you promoting travel at this time, or are you on a wait and see basis still?
Thank you, Jagan. Namibia opened its border to international travel since 1st of September 2020. I believe we should be among the first five countries in Africa to open their border. And when we opened the border, we had some little changes on our regulations, of which we have worked tremendously good with the government. Government has brought everybody to the table so that we can be able to talk and see how can we be able to revive our tourism. But even before the revival of the tourism initiative by the government, private sectors have taken the initiative of introducing the local tourism Isleka, which is to promote tourism through the local people, because we believe that COVID-19, it just didn't come and stop everything, but at least it gives us an opportunity for locals to travel, to learn their destinations. There is such a wonderful team that is working behind the scene that we have tried to promote the local tourism throughout the country. And believe me, it's working. a lot of lodges, a lot of establishment have stayed above the water during this COVID-19 because of the little initiative that was initiated by the private sectors, which we call the local tourism is LECA. But Namibia is safe, it's open, everybody can be able to come and travel, everybody can come and explore the country. And because of the space, it gives each and everyone an opportunity for that social distance. We are only 2.4 million. You can drive for about 2 hours without seeing anybody, especially in the beautiful landscapes like the Marlands, like the Namib. You drive for a very, very long time without seeing anybody. So we are safe. I tell everybody that if you are looking for any destinations in Africa, don't go even beyond your own thinking. Think about Namibia first. The population is less and everything is just working according to the UNWTO regulations of social distance or safety nets. So we have maintained that social distance aspect within Namibia. Thank you.
And that is definitely a very valid point. Space is what people need during this crisis, and space you have in Namibia. And when you talk about local and domestic tourism, it's a wonderful initiative, not only to keep the tourism businesses alive, but to also educate your population about the importance of tourism. And when they experience and they actually get to know your country. Many people like myself, I mean, you are where you work and sometimes you travel internationally, but do you really know your own country? You don't know it that well. So it's definitely a win-win opportunity for this business. And you mentioned Ethiopian Airlines, and Ethiopian Airlines is so important. It's an African-based airline. It has one of the best networks in Africa, and it connects the world. I don't know if many of you know, but you can fly on Ethiopian Airlines to places like New York or Los Angeles. You can go to Europe, you can go to Asia, and it all connects through Addis Ababa. The airline is part of the Star Alliance system. So if you're a frequent flyer with United, with Lufthansa, with Thai, or any of the international airlines, you get full benefit flying on Ethiopian Airlines. And I've flown Ethiopian Airlines. Last time I flew, this was a while ago, a year or so, year and a half. No, it was before the COVID, when I went from Brazil, no, from Argentina, actually, I flew to Argentina to Dubai. There were 2 conferences I was trying to get, and there was Ethiopian Airlines, and this wasn't even expected to go on an Ethiopian Airlines to go from South America to Dubai. So you can see this airline is connecting. And on this flight, it was after the unfortunate crash of the Boeing 737. At that time, people were still saying, you know, maybe Ethiopian Airlines had not very good safety records. And now it turned out it was 100% fault by Boeing. And actually the pilots, if they were alive, there should be heroes as well for trying to save this plane, what wasn't savable. So it was definitely not Ethiopian Airlines. And I had the privilege of actually see the facilities Ethiopian Airlines had in Addis Ababa. And a very nice gentleman showed me around on a Saturday, what is literally their holiday. It was his day off. And he came to show me the training facilities. Actually, I was able to be a pilot in one of the simulators from Ethiopian Airlines. It was really impressive. It's the only such facility in Africa, and it's really top-notch. And so this is a good and very safe airline to fly on. And if it connects Namibia, that is actually opening Namibia to the world. So it's a very good point. And of course, my old home country, Germany, there are some very special connections. You just told me a lot of people still speak German in Namibia. And I can tell you from our German language edition at eTurbo News, we have a good number of readers. They're actually in Namibia and they read our German edition. So there is a cultural history, and that's, I think, probably why you have flights from Frankfurt to Windhoek, I believe. Yeah.
We do have Eurowings and Lufthansa. They do fly quite a lot of numbers of times here in Namibia. And we have like Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have Lufthansa. And then we launched, just about 2 weeks ago, we launched Eurowings. Eurowings can start now flying also to Namibia. And we are very happy with the initiative and the efforts that has been put in trying to bring them to start flying in Namibia, because it's created balance within Ethiopian Airlines as being the main partners of flight to Namibia. So with Lufthansa and Eurowings, it's create a lot of good network. And I will agree with you. I will agree, sorry, Jagan, with you just when you said Ethiopian Airlines have tried to improve their service as much as we can. We have also looked at intra-Africa. How can we be able to bring Namibian to the rest of Africa? And Ethiopians stand a very good opportunity for us in building that network for Africans to come and explore Namibia, because Namibia is the future of Dubai. What we have in Namibia, you can find them in Dubai. So why going to Dubai? Well, you can come to Namibia. And Ethiopian Airlines, it's our key strategic partners in bringing intra-Africa to the rest of African countries.
And that is definitely such a valid point, because there are sometimes situations in Africa, and it's improving quite a bit because of guys like Ethiopian Airlines. But when you go from point A to point B within the continent of Africa, you have to go to Europe, or you have to go to Europe first to connect to the Middle East to connect and fly back. So to build a network for inter-African travel and improve this network is definitely very important. And Ethiopian Airlines has been instrumental in this in Africa. And but it looks like with Lufthansa and Ethiopian Airlines, you're probably aware they're both Star Alliance airlines. So there is a connection already. So that makes this network even more complete. And anyone who has any miles left and want to travel to a place like Namibia, miles on United Airlines, you can actually go there. You can go there on Ethiopian Airlines, and you can go there on Lufthansa. And Eurowings is actually an offspring of Lufthansa. It's the no-thrill airline. It's the airline Lufthansa is using for domestic flights or for inter-European flights. So it's by all means, it's a part of Lufthansa as well. Just maybe the prices are a little bit less and the service is less compared to the Lufthansa airline, but it's owned by Lufthansa. So there is definitely a very, very good connection for anyone who's part of the Star Alliance to consider Windhoek and use your miles. This is the place to go. But Joseph, we are really proud to have you in our small circle of tourism heroes. And we hopefully can do a lot of good things for the world together, and stay in touch, and also remain for Namibia to be on the map of our small organization, the World Tourism Network. And for those of you that are not a member of World Tourism Network, you can find out more and actually join us. Go to WTN.travel, WTN.travel. And why don't we do a discount code for, it's $90 a year or so, but to test it, we give you a 3 months free membership. Just use as a discount code Kafunda. Okay, so you have to learn Joseph Kafunda. His last name is Kafunda. So if you put Kafunda in the invitation code, we're going to give you this membership for 3 months for absolutely free. And you can test us and see all the benefits. Other than that, as I said, to honor anyone who should be receiving the Heroes recognition, there's no charge. You can do this, and they don't have to be a member of WTN. You can do this for anyone. And Joseph is also involved in our sister organization, what is the African Tourism Board. So those that are in Africa or are working with Africa, you should also become a member of the African Tourism Board. And then you can use the same code, Kafunda, and get it actually for free for the rest of the year. You can join African Tourism Board and experience this. And there is a very good network, African Tourism Board built. There's a WhatsApp group that is quite active in discussions on how to rebuild tourism for the continent in Africa. And the World Tourism Network actually started with an initiative by the African Tourism Board. So we have a very good link with Africa on this. But Joseph, it's been a pleasure having you on this short introduction. we will add this video clip also to your profile, what should be up later today. And then, of course, we are introducing it. And those that are listening to us now on eTurbo News and you wanted to listen to Joseph again, you can just go to heroes.travel, look for Joseph's profile, and he's the only one in Namibia, so it won't be very hard to find. And, and you can listen to the video again, or of course, if you wanted to listen to other videos or watch other videos from the Heroes Award and elsewhere, just simply go to livestream.travel, or you go to breakingnewsshow.com. There are many different networks, or simply go to our YouTube channel. It'll be both on the YouTube channel for eTurbo News, for World Tourism Network, and also for the African Tourism Board. It's all combined in there. If you click on any of our website on YouTube, you get there. Otherwise, go to youtube.com/travel news group. Anyways, it was a pleasure having you. Anything else you want people to know about you at Namibia, or anything else what's important for you?
No, Jagan, thank you very, very much for this opportunity and for awarding us Namibia the first Hero nominations. And this is really for Namibia and for everyone who's been supportive to our initiative about the tourism revival through local tourism is Leka. And we really value everybody who have been coming to our platform, share the information with us. And I just say to everyone, feel free to come to Namibia. Namibia is open, ready to welcome anybody. So all you have to do is just pack your bag and let's meet at Osea Kutako Airport. And we will be there waiting for you so that we can explore and show you Namibia as Namibians by Namibians. I thank you.
No, thank you very much. And by the way, I just wanted to make sure, what is your platform? Where can people find your platform?
Our platform can be able to be found on Facebook. It's called Local Tourism is Leka. It's Local Tourism is Leka. That is our page. We have different opportunity, different products each and every day. We have about 150 posts which are being posted of different varieties of products, which is for local promotions. And last week, we took an advantage of the initiative where we invite all the SADC countries to become part and parcel of our page so that they can also put up their promotions and they can be able to promote their packages as much as they can.
Wonderful. Maybe you can send me a message or an email so we can include this on your profile and then share with everyone who was just unable to hear this. But that seems to be a place to take a look at if you're on Facebook. Again, Joseph, you have a nice evening and enjoy Botswana before you go back to your home country. And Botswana and Namibia are not very far. You're neighboring countries. So you probably drive, right? You're not going to fly between the two countries.
No, I just did use the land border. I drove. So it's about 361 kilometers. You are in Botswana. So I'm currently in Maun. I'm going to see the Okavango Delta tomorrow. So I can't wait. It's
that's a beautiful place.
Wonderful place. Yes.
And that's actually when I was in your area, and I mentioned to you before the call, I visited Namibia only one time, and I went across the river from Botswana, and we saw a bird farm, and it was very beautiful. I still got pictures. And then after this, I visited the Delta as well. What is an amazing area in Botswana. So much wildlife. We stayed there for 2 nights in the middle of nowhere. Very nice facilities, by the way, so anyone can do that. And that's maybe another discussion we should have on Botswana, because it's also a beautiful country. It's a beautiful area to visit for anyone who comes to Africa. And I would assume, since Namibia and Botswana are neighbors and there are many border crossings, you can probably do both. You can see Namibia and you can see Botswana at the same on the same trip. But Joseph, enjoy your trip. Stay safe, and we talk.
Thank you, Jagan, and I wish you a lovely day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.